Retailing and technology giant Amazon has a brand new target, the mobile payments business. Amazon announcing a $10 credit card reader designed for small businesses. Square and PayPal are the obvious targets here, but what about the smaller payers? Well, joining us now in a Fox Business exclusive is a veteran of the mobile payments industry. If you call, 2010 a veteran, but yeah, I guess you were early. Hi, Ben. That's Ben Milne, founder and CEO of Dwolla. His startup allows users to send, receive, and request funds from any user. And am I right, Ben? 25 cents a transaction for anything over 10 bucks, and under 10 bucks, it's free?
That's correct. Everything under 10 bucks is totally free, and doesn't matter if it's a $11 transaction or a $1 billion transaction. It's 25 cents.
And here comes Amazon. And Amazon says if you sign up now, we'll only charge you 1.75%. How is this working, and do you see it as a competitive threat?
We don't see it as a competitive threat. As a payment network, we see ourselves more aligned with the Visa and MasterCards of the world, where Dwolla, Visa, and MasterCard end up in mobile wallets, where I think some other smaller companies or even a Google wallet may see it as a threat. And Amazon definitely has a unique advantage in that, well, Amazon's huge, and they have a history of taking loss leaders to enter new markets.
PayPal's huge, though, but I'm thinking more for you guys and the rest of the smaller players, like I think of Level Up because they've been on the program too. But when I think 25 cents on a $5,000 transaction, and then I think of 1.75% on a $5,000 transaction, I'm probably going to choose you guys because I don't want to pay $500 plus. I could use that money elsewhere, in a much better way, right?
Absolutely. I mean, Dwolla, from a cost perspective, is a great option, and we get to cheat a little bit because we built our own payment network. When you think about the legacy players in payments, you know, they're processing plastic cards like everyone else, and price kind of becomes the competitive advantage. But ultimately, the market needs another option and another network, and that's essentially what Dwolla is.
Tell us about how you got started and how it actually works and why you're not threatened at all by Amazon.
Well, to start with, kind of why not threatened by Amazon, Dwolla's network is built on the internet. So more internet-connected devices which process payments is ultimately a good thing for us. It basically creates places for us to actually be embedded with. Dwolla got started because in my previous company, all of our money came in through credit cards. And once I started looking at the fees, I realized that everyone was paying an irrational amount of fees. Even 1.75% is high. Right. And there was no alternative to paying that heavy fee. So we started Dwolla, and a few years later, here we are.
Well, 50 bucks to deal a 5,000. I think to myself, I don't want to spend $5. So I think that in the end, you may really be a winner here. But let's talk about how crowded a space this has become. There are many names that are out there. I had mentioned Level Up, but the list can go on. There's JP Morgan and Citi are trying to get into this. Who's to say they won't try and shove you out or maybe even buy you? Would you be open to that, Ben?
You know, Dwolla's not thinking about acquisitions at the moment. We're really interested in continuing to grow out the network and the platform. And as you point out, the need is really big. You know, Apple has an 800 million cards on file. Apple, there's a lot that they can do in the space. There's a lot that PayPal can still do in the space. And the shift to mobile hasn't really happened yet. Right. So what the sort of winning behavior is going to be, no one knows. Amazon has a real shot at being the winner, though.
Well, you've got 500,000 users already, and Mark Andreessen Horowitz, they're very interested in you, and you've raised, what, $22 million for the company so far. Good luck to you, because I think that Dwolla is one of these names that we'll be watching in the future. Am I correct?
I hope so. We appreciate it very much, and thanks for having us.